My name is Dr. Mitra Ray, and I want to quickly tell you a little bit about myself. I was born in India and moved to the United States when I was 8 years old. I watched my parents struggle with the pressures of being first-generation immigrants and how they fell ill due to the stress and other lifestyle factors. I lost my father to his second heart attack and my mother to Alzheimer's. I became interested in studying health at a very early age because I did not want to end up getting old before my time. Over the years, I have come to realize that I have the critical mind of an engineer and scientist as well as a healer's heart. I love to share what I have learned with others and guide people to the quickest and simplest path to optimal health. And I like to keep things real. I'm a busy mom, so I truly honor people's limited time and budget. I have spent more than 3 decades researching and directly working with people's health. Today, I am excited to share the Shred 10 program with all of you. The 10 in Shred 10 refers to the 10 important guidelines that can quickly and safely lead you to optimal health. Shred 10 is doable, affordable, and flexible enough for you to make these guidelines work most of the time for the rest of your life. So let's talk about how these 10 guidelines can change the rest of your life. Now, whether you're pretty healthy already or you have some kind of chronic condition, there are 2 trends that are affecting all of us today and our children. The first is the decline in the quality and nutrient density of our food. Why are companies having to fortify your food? And why are so many people taking supplements? It's because the food we're eating is not grown, nor harvested, nor delivered to your plate in the same way it used to be for your parents and grandparents. The second trend is the increase of toxicity on the planet. The combination of increased toxicity and decreased quality of nutrition is at the basis of all disease, or at least a major contributing factor. In fact, it's not just the toxins you're exposed to in your lifetime that are at play here. Did you know that the toxins your grandparents were exposed to are having an effect on you, and consequently your exposure to toxicity is going to affect your progeny? So what kind of toxins are we chronically exposed to? First, since the Industrial Revolution, we've seen a steady increase in the number of new chemicals created by man, and burning these chemicals as well as fossil fuels is drastically increasing over time. Scientists are producing hundreds of new pesticides, and they're not spreading salad dressing on your vegetables out there on those farms. You may have recently learned how your favorite cereal brand, along with so many other processed products, are laden with glyphosate, and this has been a serious health hazard. Now, what are endocrine disruptors? They are plastics that mimic hormones in the body. So all the saran wrap and the plastic containers that hold our food leach out plastic into your food, and this daily exposure really disrupts your ability to regulate your own hormones. Heavy metals are everywhere. For instance, there's a thin layer of lead all over the planet due to leaded paint and gasoline. And then there's all the food additives and preservatives that are also adding to our daily toxic load. Now, some government standards would say that these individual exposures are within some kind of safe limit, but the reality is that the combination of all these sources of toxins are playing havoc on your system. This is a huge problem, and instead of focusing on cleansing the body, most doctors are trying to merely treat the symptoms, usually with minimal success. Most people don't immediately connect the dots between how they feel and how many toxins they're being exposed to daily. We are hugely misinformed of how can we get rid of these toxins. Your liver is called the brain of the digestive system, and one of its main functions is to clean up the blood circulating in your body. The liver is smart enough to know what molecules are useless or what actually is harmful to the body, and it has the capacity to biotransform these molecules into something that can be excreted out. These fat-soluble toxins become biotransformed via what are called phase 1 and phase 2 reactions into water-soluble metabolites that can be eliminated through your urine And since most of the toxins are fat soluble, such as pesticides, what also comes out is the extra fat that is being held with those toxins, and the extra fat comes out through your stool. Fat is shed by the body during this cleansing process, and this is way better than burning fat through diet and exercise. These reactions require loads of cofactors and catalysts that come from eating a wide variety of vegetable matter, that is fruits and vegetables. So consider that you might be exactly at the weight you need to be given a lifetime of exposure to toxins accumulated over time. Since most of these toxins are fat soluble, the body stores them within your fat cells, and this has the added benefit of protecting your vital organs, such as your heart, your brain, from being directly exposed to these toxins. Getting fat, therefore, is a protective mechanism. Now, this slide represents a person on the left with many impurities in their body that has been stored in the fat in order to enrobe these toxins. Their attempts to burn fat makes them rebound. Why is that? First, their body was storing extra fat as a protective mechanism in order to keep vital organs from toxic exposure. So when you burn the fat, either by dieting or by over-exercising, you actually increase your toxic exposure. Then the body rebounds and hangs on to even more fat to try to protect itself. When you try to burn the fat, whether through diet or exercise, you become more toxic, feel worse, and the body rebounds. Burning fat, whether through diet or exercise, without addressing the need of the body is counterproductive. In other words, trying to burn fat is in opposition to what the liver is trying to do. You will have more success if you think of your liver and help your liver work better for you. We have to work with a natural desire for the body to get rid of the toxins so you can shed the fat off instead of burning the fat off. By the way, this kind of detoxification is happening in all the cells in the body, but primarily in the liver. It's also happening in the trillions of microorganisms, such as the bacteria that live inside of us. Most people are not aware of just how toxic they are and how much produce it takes daily to complete this process. I cannot stress this enough. You cannot eat your way there in this toxic world. You have to supplement with additional plant matter in whole food form if you expect to look and feel your best. Too many people accept a less than optimal state of health and chalk it up to the aging process. So we can help the body by increasing our intake of fruits and veggies. Here, we need to think of variety as well as quantity. Each color and each type of plant gives your liver more tools to work with as far as catalysts that can cope with a plethora of toxic chemicals. Fortunately, nature has provided us with an incredible cornucopia of plants, and they're filled with protective nutrients known as phytochemicals. Phyto meaning plant. You have to match the myriad of toxic chemicals with an equally robust set of phytochemicals from a large variety of plants to meet this toxic challenge we face every single day. Now, look what happens when we cleanse instead of dieting or over-exercising. Here, you have the same person with all the toxicity and extra fat. When plants are part of their ongoing cleansing program, they can remove the toxins and shed the fat very easily, even without an excessive amount of exercise. Most cleanses don't leave much room for exercise because when the body's cleansing, it has little energy left for an exercise regimen. Let me conclude by saying that it is easier to maintain a better state of health for the rest of your life if you cleanse the toxins out regularly by helping the liver get the cofactors it needs from plants. People have been doing cleanses forever. They are part of many ancient rituals and traditions world over. Water fasting and juice fasting are ancient practices with a long history. The only problem with them is that they make you weak and unable to function. I have done a water cleanse twice now in my life where I was strictly drinking water for about a week. I went to a water cleansing clinic and paid them lots of money to not feed me anything. When you simply drink water, you promote the liver to cleanse by activating those phase 1, phase 2 reactions I showed earlier. Let me tell you, I was curled up in a ball, detoxing for that week. There was nothing wrong with me. I was simply wanting to experience this process to see if I wanted to recommend it to others as a healing modality. And I got very weak in the process, and it took me months to recover my strength. So I detoxed, but at what cost? People are realizing that cleansing is important, and the market is full of cleansing and intermittent fasting programs. But how do you know if they really work? Just because you lost weight doesn't mean you lost fat. Is it helping you lose lean mass or gain lean mass? Is there any clinical research? There are too many questions. Shred 10 is unique because you can modify the cleanse so that you minimize detox and you can continue to live normally and not lose your strength. In fact, if you exercise, you're going to gain lean body mass and bone density and more defined muscles. Normally, I recommend you not exercise when you do a water fast or juice fast or a master cleanse or some of those commercial cleanses that are on the market today. With Shred 10, not only can most people start and continue to exercise, but it's a recommended part of the program. With enough whole food plants in the diet, exercise then becomes an aid to the process of detoxification. Now, the first part of the challenge is really the easy part. Say yes to 2 shakes a day and all the Juice Plus capsules. First of all, 2 shakes a day makes it very easy to make 2 easy, healthy meals that help you feel full and not guilty. In fact, you'll feel so good, and you'll save some money, and you'll be eating something that's really going to fill you up and make you feel healthy. Second, instead of wondering how much of this or that vitamin you should take, Juice Plus capsules are actually full of real fruits and vegetables and plant omegas, so you can get all the nutrients that Mother Nature wants you to have. This is a whole food-based program because you don't have a vitamin deficiency. You have a whole food deficiency in our modern world. Now, many people look to vitamins to make up for what they're not getting in Mother Nature. I kind of think of vitamin supplements as old technology, like black and white TV. Today we have high definition 4K TVs. Which one would you rather watch? Unlike traditional vitamin supplements, Juice Plus is a whole food product. When you eat an orange, do you eat the rind of that orange? That is where most of the nutrition, such as the bioflavonoids of the orange, actually live. And how about the core of the pineapple, or the carrot greens, or the beet greens? Do you eat this kind of variety daily? Have you ever eaten 8 kinds of berries in one day? Did you know that only plants make omega fats, and the fish get them from eating algae? Instead of taking vitamin supplements or high-dose omega-3 fish oils that can give you fishy burps, Juice Plus fruit, veg, berry, and omega capsules are the premier whole food supplements on the market that actually have independent clinical data to back them up. You can feel confident that these products have been researched for over 2 decades by institutions around the world on different human populations of different ages, healthy and sick. It's like oxygen, just take it. I've been taking it for over 25 years now. The other half of the story are the shakes. My favorite part of this program is helping people gain willpower by using these shakes. So let's talk about willpower. What is willpower? Is it that some people have this willpower gene and others don't? Well, when I researched this, I found out something very interesting. Turns out, willpower is a function of blood sugar. Normally, people's blood sugar fluctuates all over the map during the course of the day. When you eat a meal without crunchy raw veggies, then most of the sugar in that meal is in the form of simple sugar without fiber that rushes into the blood. This includes crackers, breads, pastas, soda, boxed cereals, baked goods, alcohol, dessert, and candy, of course. All of these suddenly raise your blood sugar, and then there's a drastic drop that follows. Or you can go on a low-carb diet, or you can skip a meal and then your blood sugar drops, and when that drop occurs, you have no self-control. When you start your morning with a shake, it stabilizes your blood sugar, which also reduces your stress level. Due to the fiber content, Complete has a low glycemic load. This means that the sugar enters your blood more slowly, as if you were munching on a fiber-rich broccoli. In fact, if broccoli came with a nutrition facts label, it would look much like a Complete label. Stabilizing your sugar levels makes it so much easier for you to avoid bad habits. 2 shakes a day will keep your blood sugar from fluctuating all over the map. So, Juice Plus Complete Shakes make it very easy for you to eat 2 no-brainer, low glycemic load healthy meals a day. You can take it before a workout or for breakfast, as it has complex carbohydrates to fuel your muscles and your brain. You can take it after a workout to recover and help build back lean muscle, as it's a great source of bioavailable protein. It is also a great option for the weakest moment of your day as far as food is concerned. My brother used to go to the cafeteria, starving and tired after a day of work, and either make a poor meal choice or buy a candy bar. He has replaced that weak moment in his day with an easy-to-make Complete shake. What is the best source of protein? Eggs, chicken, fish, whey and casein protein powders, or plants? The answer is plants. All living things have protein, and plants are actually the leanest source of protein. The plant-based proteins in Complete are incredibly bioavailable. Many people are doing protein shakes that are pure protein and animal-based at that. Complete gives you a nice source of proteins from plant sources that are safe, bioavailable, and the soy in Complete is non-GMO and minimally processed. Many people have been told by their naturopath or nutritionist or by some allergy expert that they're allergic to soy. What I have discovered is that the real culprit is GMO soy, and over 93% of the soy in the United States alone is genetically modified, and this is very bad for the gut. On the other hand, soy is just a bean and been used for thousands of years with beneficial outcomes. Let's talk about phytoestrogens, because that's something else you may read about on the internet against soy. First of all, if you recall, I described that one of the pollutants we all deal with, men and women alike, are the plastics in the environment and in our food. Plastics are called endocrine disruptors because they contain phthalates that mimic hormones in the body. They can set off reactions that lead to hormone-related cancers. On the other hand, phytoestrogens are plant estrogens, and they are competitive inhibitors for estrogen sites. So both men and women can benefit from them, as we all have estrogen in our body. The phytoestrogens block estrogen receptors and keep estrogen or phthalates from occupying those receptors and triggering cancer. Phytoestrogens protect the body from hormone-related cancers. The bottom line is that isolated protein mixes do not give you fiber, complex carbohydrates, antioxidants, and minerals that your body desperately needs. As the name implies, Complete is a whole food-based drink because when you exercise, you need much more than protein to help you out. You need complex carbohydrates to give you energy during your workout. You need antioxidants to reduce the damage from the free radicals during exercise. You also need a source of protein that doesn't come from dairy like whey or casein. I see way too many people who work out suffer from systemic inflammation from taking these highly processed whey and casein powders. As an example, these products have been researched by MD Anderson Cancer Center on the toughest subjects, ovarian cancer patients. Do you know that cancer patients usually die from protein loss? It is very difficult to maintain organ tissue and muscle mass in a cancer patient, and ovarian cancer patients have a particularly low life expectancy. This study compared 2 groups. One was served 10 servings of fruits and veggies, and the other 5 servings and Complete and Juice Plus capsules. What they found is that the Juice Plus group had better markers of health, better antioxidant status, and Complete shakes made the difference in maintaining a better protein status. Let's look at some of the clinically proven benefits of this program. Improved recovery from exercise, reduced inflammation, improved skin health, reduced sickness days, improved cardiovascular function, gum health, and antioxidant status, promote more lean mass, and reduce abdominal fat. Anybody interested in those kinds of results? So taking Juice Plus capsules and having the shakes is the easy part. Now, let me tell you the rest of the Shred 10 lifestyle guidelines, the part where you really have to take on making some changes in your day. Know that these products will help you make these changes because it's going to help you with your willpower. We want to drink enough water such that our urine remains clear. We want to reduce stress during the day by remembering to take 10 deep breaths whenever you feel anxious. And we want to get 7 to 8 hours of sleep every night. We want to exercise most days of the week. We want to reduce or eliminate caffeine, alcohol, and processed foods and eating after 6 p.m. And finally, we want to completely eliminate gluten, dairy, artificial, and refined sugars. Now, this is not a calorie restriction diet. You can always add more calories as long as you follow the guidelines. In fact, if you are very active, you're going to have to add more calories and eat more. Here are some stories in what happens in even just a short amount of time. Look at this woman's midsection in just 10 days. Even guys can do the shred. Here are some examples of men getting tremendous results. And the longer you do the program, the better results you will see. I have talked about whey protein powders already, and I want to share Vicky Martini's story. She's a veteran personal trainer with over 25 years of experience, and she says, after being hospitalized for toxic levels of undigested whey protein in my gut, all in an attempt to achieve optimal fitness, I began to seek answers. I have experienced metabolic burnout, high protein ketosis from competing in bodybuilding and fitness events, and most recently, adrenal exhaustion. Following the Shred 10 guidelines over time saved me, my health, and my profession. When I say thank you, Mitra Ray, I really mean thank you. It's important to understand you can start by committing to just 10 or 30 days just to see how doable it is. But we recommend that you try it for at least 4 months, as this is just long enough for you to regenerate all the red blood cells and change your blood work. It is also long enough for you to develop the 10 guidelines as lifelong habits. Shred 10 is also a great program to teach your children a healthy lifestyle that will make them feel great as well. And I know this as a parent. I have also worked with elite athletes. For example, these 2 Olympian swimmers, Ariana Kukers and Rebecca Soni. You may have seen their video testimonials on why they love this program. Ariana also has shared as part of her story that she believes she made the Olympic tryouts because she finally listened to her mother and started taking Juice Plus. Tim Emmett is a good friend and a renowned British climber, and if you Google him, you will see some gnarly pictures of him hanging from intimidating walls of ice. He has been featured on BBC specials and quite known in the world of extreme sports. And he recently shared his story with me. Mitra, Shred 10 guidelines have been the roadmap I've been looking for to take my climbing to the next level. Since I started 18 months ago, I turned 40 and climbed my hardest rock climb and also ice climb of my professional career. So hopefully I've made the point that the Shred 10 lifestyle is for anyone who wants to take their health to the next level. Hopefully you're excited and you're gonna get started with Shred 10. It's also important that you ask your Juice Plus representative to add you to the Shred 10 support groups. We all need support and we are here for you. So have fun, relax, and know that you can do this.